are back.
Yay.
Welcome to He Said, She Said, or She Said, He Said. She said, he said. Did I get that right? Anyway, guys, welcome to the show. This is where we
freeze.
This is where we freeze.
Where we freeze. That is what he's talking about. Should we continue?
We're using a new internet tonight, so I might do some funny things. I'll warn everybody now. We're using Starlink, and it's high speed, but it is satellite, so we'll kind of maybe have these little pauses. So I think it screws me up more than the guys on the other side, but I get this big blank screen and it comes back 10 seconds later. But getting back to the subject, She Said, He Said will be on Good Talk Radio, of course. You can catch on the weekends, and Spreaker and several other platforms. And so, we got an archive of. Oh, by the way, this is episode 40.
Hey.
40 episodes.
Nice.
Oh, my goodness.
Yay, we made it.
I think we should have a sock salute. What do you think, guys?
Sure.
Okay. Yay!
I'm naked.
I'm making
Oh my God.
can't talk in a soft voice.
So last week, apparently, I made the mistake of admitting that I make Muppet movies or puppet movies, and so I got harassed on the last show about my puppets, and so everybody said, "Well, why we should all bring a sock to the show next week," and so they did. So I even brought mine. Hello. So our what do you call your second personality? Is going to be
Alter ego.
Alter egos are with us
Yeah.
tonight.
That's
And
right.
Tonight's an interesting night. You know why, kids? We're going to talk about adult toys. Yes,
Everybody
sir.
shut up. Let's listen.
So tonight's adult toys and also realistic relationships. And the title might sound a little funny, but it'll make sense soon. So as soon as, but I did create a slideshow for you folks, so we can educate the world on
Your
adult
poor
toys.
browser history.
Well, very true, very true. So
Don't get arrested for anything and let them seize your computer. You'll be in big trouble.
okay.
We look like brothers.
Oh,
Wait, let me not move my mouth. We look like brothers.
The Ranger Rob Slide
And I'm
Show.
Did you say Rump Ranger? What'd you say?
So I just blanked out for like
Nothing
10
but love
seconds.
for you,
Apparently you guys didn't see it.
oh.
But anyway, starting around the panel, I want to start with the top. We got Chandra, which is known as Bambi today.
He's good.
So we got Bambi in Las Vegas. How's Las Vegas this week?
Stripper pool good.
I'm going to take the socks away.
You can't take toys away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Apparently,
We are adults.
these must be our adult toys. Hello,
Come
everybody.
get it. Come get it.
Moving right along the screen, we have Gorgeous George.
Hello. I love you all very much. Would you like to have a kiss?
This is going to be a long show, I can tell right now. I'm going to move right on down to the naked puppet. John Smith is here today from the John Smith Show. How are you today?
Yeah, I guess I'm doing okay. I mean, am I coming through clear? Does everything sound okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, good. I just want to make sure that my voice isn't higher than it should be or anything like that.
No, it sounds just fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm just
Yeah. It is a very, very large room that you're in, so you could maybe get echo or something. But
that's right. I'm having problems with my PC, but hey, I'm here. We're all here.
You're looking good, Dirk.
Yep. And moving right on over
Sometimes
to
my voice comes across sounds like a computer or like a keyboard.
okay. It's okay. It really is. It's okay.
No, I just want to
John.
make sure that it's all coming through properly. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right, good.
So, is that Gina?
Gina.
Gina.
Oh, China.
You know, it could be interpreted either way.
Oh, you
It's
forgot to
Gina.
put
Is
the
it
ER
kind of
on
like
the
Euro?
But I'm the only one that came with a costume.
Oh yeah, you're wearing it. You have a cute dildo on your shirt.
Mm.
She was prepared.
I don't have much to say after that.
She's the only one with a dildo.
So how's
Mhm.
the Seattle weather up there?
But actually, today was gorgeous. It was sunny and beautiful. Got a little snow up in the mountains. It's one of those beautiful days. But, 40s.
Nice.
Nice.
So we don't complain when it's dry.
Yeah.
It was dry today. It was good.
So we are talking about adult toys here, but we did invite Jayce anyway.
You shouldn't call him an adult toy. That's
My
not
weekend.
Hi, Jayce.
Hi, Rob.
How's Florida?
Florida's fine. Florida's not the problem. The problem is how my week has gone.
Oh,
But-
you're having,
Oh boy.
are we
That's
having
for a
bad week?
whole nother show that I'm not going to bring the show down with it. But this is
But
so you don't see my mouth move, and this is so you can see my puppet, and he actually has a voice.
I see. I see.
You can't see my mouth move. I feel like that guy
Should
from.
we ask you a question?
I feel like the guy from Home
How
Improvement,
was your
where all you ever
day?
saw was his eyes.
Okay, Wilson.
Well, that's his name, Wilson. Yes.
Well,
So you guys ready to handle adult toys today?
Yes.
To handle them?
Handle them.
Might be a little
senor.
sticky type
I'm
of
gonna take
situation.
So this is going to be a little tricky because I made the slideshow on video, and I'm using this new
Oh
thing.
man, we are gonna get kicked off YouTube so quick.
Oh boy. It's not good.
Trust me.
I don't. Not a single bit. Not.
So
Right
this is a-
after somebody says, "Trust me," that's when you know you're in trouble. Okay, I'm just
So-
saying.
That's Ranger Rob's version of "Hold My Beer."
Pretty much.
So this is a video. There's no sound. I didn't put music or anything to it, but it's a slideshow. So
Did you want us to sing?
This is our first slide, guys.
Oh,
No.
What would we call these?
I have some of those.
They're
You're in
beautiful.
trouble.
Really?
I have 2 sets of them. Yes, because
Hmm.
yes, that actually require a real handcuff key to get out of.
Do you have
Okay.
them for the ankles or just for the wrists?
Just for the wrists.
Oh.
Because
do
when
they
she
make them
tries to
for the
run away,
ankles?
she looks like this, and it's not worth it.
I was gonna say, do they make them for the ankles? And is that sexy?
Depends
I
on
don't
the
know.
ass.
My concern with this is the fingernail polish.
Yeah, it doesn't match.
It
You're
really,
right.
yeah, it does
It
not
doesn't
match
go.
at all.
The
Yeah.
other
it
one
doesn't
is, why does
Now-
she have the key?
I want to kind of, before I go any farther with these
how do
slides.
you know it's a her?
Right.
This is tricky.
So before
Why
we
do
go any
they?
farther with these slides, I got to tell you that I had the intentions like, all right, we're going to make this a show and really go into stuff. And so I started pulling up stuff and I found myself kind of blushing. And so
Blushing.
it might explain when I'm thinking adult toys. Adult toys. What would be adult toys?
A Corvette.
Yeah.
A motorcycle.
Yeah.
Airplane. Two Sea-Doos.
A
Yeah.
white F-250.
Yeah. That's hot. With
With
diesel.
or without a diesel. Yeah.
No, with a diesel.
With a diesel.
With a diesel.
Oh yeah.
A diesel
Yeah.
fitter.
All right, we're back. Anyway,
That-
so this would be
well,
a toy for Chandra.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for making me look like I belong in the senior home. I like the other one better.
Well,
But
I
you guys are
do
right.
like your
It is-
fingernail
that's
polish. It's better.
Yeah,
the,
the- the
That
fingernail
is-
polish is much better on this than the last one.
It
Yeah.
does match her binding. I do like it.
Mhm.
So,
Interesting. Were
would
you
you
on
call-
Pinterest today, Rob?
what's that?
Were you on Pinterest today?
Yeah.
Am
I
on
do
Pinterest?
want to. Pinterest. Yeah. I want to say that's really ugly fabric and I wouldn't use any of it. Okay. I just want to say that right off the bat. That is not fabric I would use. But go ahead.
Point taken.
Yes.
All right. In our next slide.
Why is that an adult toy?
Because that's George. That's George's toy.
This
Is that because we make
I got
children?
a picture of George's car. This is
crazy.
his trip.
The right thing.
This is George's trip to Texas from Washington.
It was a
Is
truck
making
at the
babies on
beginning.
the way?
Dude, he has so much stuff.
It was a truck at the beginning.
That is literally the Griswold's family truckster.
Yeah.
This is supposed to
make
represent. This is supposed to
babies?
represent road trip, by the way.
In the back.
How is that a toy?
Actually, if you guys look right in the back, that's where everybody said that they want George to stay away from them. Just far off in the distance.
Hey, Clark,
So true.
this tent stinks. And Edna, this is your tent.
Notice how the windows are blacked out. It looks like.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. See that?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
See?
Don't
Now,
want
you
you
know,
to
if
see
you
my
have
sex
some
toys.
adult creativity, imagine what you could do in the back of that thing. All right, so
I'm
we're-
there. I
I
was
want to
already
imagine
there.
what's going to be done to me in the back of that
and
thing.
for our next adult toy, anybody in here like hiking?
Yeah, take a hike. Yeah, I've been told that many times.
I told you I couldn't do the other pictures.
Why?
I said, I don't know what it was. I mean, if I was like 20, 30 years
Does it
younger,
make you embarrassed or what?
I don't
No,
know.
it
I started to look at him and going,
Was it bent and it had a little like front claw too?
well, we had, there's everything.
I like the way he's gripping his tool.
Yeah. that's true. Imagine what they're
hat.
going to do in the woods. They're probably going to have a good time.
Yeah.
One way or
Yeah.
another.
Uh-huh.
So,
It's a poison
I
ivy.
don't know, man. I
well,
get bit by
the point
something.
of the show is because of our panel tend to be on the older side.
Yeah.
I think when you're in 20s and 30s, you think like a rabbit. And as you get into your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you tend to think like a turtle.
That doesn't paint a really good picture, Rob.
Wow,
No.
that's I'm not
anyway,
feeling that.
Hey,
I'm not
Rob.
feeling the whole turtle thing.
Hey, Rob.
No, they move slow and take their house with them. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's my
Bambi
turtle.
came to discuss stuff. Now I want to talk about the real stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's try.
That's right.
He wants to
How about
talk
that?
about the toys.
How about that?
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
That'll give you a thrill between your legs.
So, yeah.
That's
Now,
fun,
would you
right?
rather have one of these or a vibrator?
Well, it depends.
Oh.
If one of those is a Harley, they'll do both.
Well, I don't want anything else up my ass.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with that.
No, the vibrator's cheaper at
You hide snacks and like
plus
put it-
run.
Yeah.
Harley.
Let me try another slide. See how you guys do. Oh.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, the
Now-
shape of the bottle. That's what you're looking at. I see.
Yeah. Now, how many people are into like wine tasting?
Oh yeah.
Anybody
Nope.
here?
Me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love.
Very good.
As I talk to everybody in my red room,
Yeah.
Red
So, yeah,
rum, red rum.
I consider this romantic.
Yep.
I don't drink wine, but I mean I will, but it's not one of my favorites. But we do have two wine connoisseurs in here.
Easy for you to say.
Lynn. She's a
I
wine
mean,
connoisseur.
Yeah.
We got a
I
bunch
love
of
a great bottle
whiners.
of wine.
They are a
Yeah.
bunch of whiners.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know about
I'm actually a
connoisseur.
certified sommelier.
Actually, I'm hearing a little bit of relief because I know John was going, are you going to really play those slides? It's like, yeah.
John's like, oh my gosh, look at
I was
the.
like, I can't come on the show anymore. I need parental supervision.
Oh,
Is that a metaphor?
that-
Do we have cruisers on here? Now that's
Yeah.
that's
I
an
don't like
adult
the
toy.
cruise.
It's
That
not
is-
my favorite.
100%
Cruiser.
No fun.
adult toy. Of
Don't want to do it.
course, most of them are parked over California.
COVID
can't get
petri
off when you
dish.
want.
Yeah.
COVID petri dish.
Yeah.
I can't get off what I want. I'm not doing it.
That's
You
true.
can get off
Oh,
whenever
they'll
you
let
want.
you off.
I
They'll
couldn't
let
get
you
off on
off.
that.
So do we have any singers, music oriented people here? I think we got one for sure.
Sí, señor.
I love going to see music, but
Anybody here that likes to do that? We call that going up- karaoke. Yeah.
No.
only with a lot of wine.
Well, let me go back to the back slide. I mean, if I go to the slide behind this, you probably would do this, right?
No. I have a sense of dignity that just won't allow me to go there.
Wait a
I've
minute.
gotta be-
And we're all thankful.
First of all, you
That's right.
wanted me to
I
show a
respect
bunch
my
of
fellow man way too much.
She tells me that I need to play to bring on the raunchy slides, and then she tells me she can't do this.
I am not doing that.
Well, is it the way that he's approaching the mic? Is that what you're saying here?
Well, it could be. Maybe you can't see below his waist.
Well,
He-
I think the backlighting
he
makes
could
it
be
look awful.
yodeling.
Yeah, I can't do it. If you got backlighting, I'm not there. I've got to be front lit.
Okay, gotcha. That's what our next.
Wow, boy, Chandra, you're going to town
here it
today.
goes.
Oh,
Animals.
Just love me some
Barnyard
horse
Follies.
feed.
Barnyard Follies.
Hey,
Oh my
anybody
God.
in
Yeah, and just so we're
chickens or
clear,
pigs or
nobody should be getting off in the barnyard.
I know George is in the sheep, but
Oh.
There isn't any sheep on there.
I guess you couldn't wait but put the big cock on last, right?
that's
Yeah.
right. I told you,
Ah,
you don't even have to put batteries in those cocks.
That's right.
they work just like that.
All right, let's try another
I
one.
just want to know who's moving you.
Do we have any artists in this group? This
Well,
is definitely an adult toy.
If,
Really
if you
draw a
like,
conclusion.
if you like Stickman, yeah.
All right. Wait a minute. Have you not thought about painting your partner?
I can. Oh no, that's not going to come out right anyway.
Oh.
No, not going to come out right. I suck at that. I suck at that. I am not
Little
good.
body paint, little
Yeah,
glitter.
I mean,
Oh.
I can see George doing a bunch of happy.
can definitely
things
do that.
everywhere.
Mhm.
But I'll
Yeah.
be
There you
doing
go,
like.
body glitter. Just don't get it in any place it won't come out. It's like
Yes.
sand.
Are you talking like the China?
How about
I don't know. She'll have to answer that.
any
No body paint there.
any cat or dog lovers in this group?
Of course.
You know,
Yay.
some of the things you're talking about make me a little suspicious about what you do with your
I
He
know.
lives on a homestead.
toys and animals. And there's probably a whole show for this, Rob.
Could be.
There's-
Could
I'm
be.
serious, man. If you
On
guys
the
get an
Discovery
opportunity, go look at Barnyard Follies.
Now,
I've wanted to do that. My
Now,
wife.
this is-
that can be fun.
this is
Mile
kinky.
High Club, right there.
I've wanted to do that. My wife said no.
Really? She won't do it?
Yeah, she said you can go skydiving all you want, but the moment your feet touch the ground, you better grab a pen. You're signing divorce papers.
Has anybody in this
Wow.
panel actually skydived?
I used to paraglide actually.
I did
Oh,
it
did you?
before. One
Yeah.
time. I've done
Until
it.
I crashed and was non-weight bearing on my left leg for 4 months.
Mm.
Yeah,
What
no way.
fun.
I
But
did it
it's,
once.
it's totally the flying dream. It is.
I did it. I've done it. I've done it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of heights. That's why I'm only 5'3".
She's a
That's
funny
what we got
girl
here. What's my
sometimes.
Yeah.
How many video gamers? Do we have video gamers in the group?
Oh, hell no.
I know of one. Because I see his videos all the time.
I just
Don't
did one
be-
today.
Did you?
Yeah,
Apparently, I haven't seen all of them.
I did it on Twitch and then exported to YouTube.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if they got Pong on there, maybe Atari Pong.
Snake, yeah,
Pac-Man?
This is,
Galaga.
this is getting
Oh, that was
to be
my
more of
favorite.
an adult toy than anything. In fact, I think this toy prevents people from using the other adult toys.
Yes.
That's not true.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
true.
true.
Uh,
Nah.
Chase- No.
I
We
get the
don't
two
have these in our
joysticks. She
house.
gets the one.
Any campers in this group?
Oh yeah, that's all me all day.
Not anymore. I don't sleep on the ground anymore.
Man, I'm done. My back's cooked.
Yeah.
From
We have a-
softball.
I'll do an RV, but not that.
We're getting an RV, Lynn. How about that?
It's a Volkswagen Bug, 1972.
Microbus.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Those things are great.
Rob, I had the 73 Super Beetle.
Oh, did you? I had a
Yeah.
72 Volkswagen bus, and
Oh.
we'd take that fishing and hunting all the time. And it was the most gutless wonder you've ever
Do
seen.
you
but-
still have it?
No.
Do you wish you still had it?
Oh, sometimes.
I wish I still had mine.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of cool. They're very versatile, and of course, Sherry and I were teenagers at the time, so we really liked it.
Yeah, making cheesecake, huh?
Pretty much. Hey, any coin collectors? There's
Oh,
a.
I figured you were trying to say if you pay for it, you get more.
Well, I'm just
Not
defining adult
necessarily.
toys. Adult
Not
toys a little
necessarily.
bit different than what most people think of adult
Not that I
toys.
would know. Not that I would know about that.
I hope
There you
not.
go.
There's the RV.
There you go.
Here's
Oh
George.
yeah, that's the way. That's mine right there. There
Yeah.
you go.
Kayaks are my jam.
Yeah, I do kayaks too. I love kayaks.
Yeah, I can handle that. That's the kind of adult toying.
Yeah.
And when you go into the RV, you can do anything you want, unless the kids are there.
Yeah.
No
Temperature
kids.
controlled with
No
a mattress.
kids.
If this RV's a rocking, don't come a knocking.
That's right.
No,
Unless the
thanks
kids,
for that.
unless the kids are in it and they're going, "Dad, that's grouse."
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as the doors close, out come the sock puppets. Hello. I want you bad, baby. I want you
Yeah.
bad.
So, anybody play instruments in this group?
I'm a drummer.
We
Si,
got a
senora,
drummer.
I do. I play a little keyboard.
You
I
big
play
keyboard-
Tibetan singing bowls.
And I play the drums too.
Oh. Mine was I never played an instrument except in elementary school, but I was a professional. You ready for this?
Oh,
Skin flute player.
Puppeteer.
stripper.
Square dance caller for years. I still am. So I
Nice.
that was what I did. But
Does that mean you can help us do-si-do?
I could.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow, that's
And once again, I
Not
just
the
realized I
do-si-do
told
he's
you a
thinking.
secret I probably shouldn't have.
Yep.
Between you guys making fun of me with my socks, and now you're gonna make fun of me as a square dance caller.
That's
Let's
right.
see what else have we got here.
Just your do-si-do.
Anybody a
canoe.
canoeer or kayaker?
Mhm.
Now that's an adult toy.
That's fun.
That's damn fun. I love the
Yeah.
kayak.
Yeah.
Except those darn things are so darn tippy.
Mm.
Canoes are, kayaks aren't.
Kayaks are very not tippy. Oh, there you go.
Now you
That's
watch
the way to do it
you
there,
watch
baby.
Maconians.
So we have a comment on YouTube.
Oh, we do.
The title of this video is slightly misleading. Dying laughing right now. Is it? I think it's Lindsay, if I'm saying that
Oh,
correctly.
there it is. Hi, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
Lindsay.
kind of teasing this group because everybody was all scared that I was going to have some obnoxious slides on here. So I was like, all right, you want to see adult toys? I'll show you adult toys.
These are obnoxious. Look at that boat.
I had to do an
See that
energy
babe there?
lecture at a government
That's
facility,
insane.
and these slides remind me of that.
To have that much power between your legs.
That's right.
Mm.
That'd be a treat.
There. Yeah.
There's George's
There you
ball.
go. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all in there. She
Yeah.
likes whacking balls.
Yep.
That
Now
ball
that-
has too many dimples for my liking.
Oh, there you go, baby. Harder, harder. Harder, Lynn, harder.
Mm.
Lindsay.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I don't think any of this
Whack
group
that
actually
ball.
follows the Frugal family, but they should.
The what?
Let's see here.
What was it we're supposed to follow?
Actually, we can do. In fact, I'm always as there's a guy up in Washington. He started out really funny. He had a cell phone, and he was starting to do like reports in Seattle and stuff like that. And he'd be out freezing to death in front of a FEMA camp or something, doing reports of weird things going on, or a lot of jets going over the city and stuff. And over time, he built up his little studio, just like George's and mine. And before you know it, he's created this Marfugal News, which is gigantic now. And you can, and it was really cool to just watch a kid, a young adult, go into an idea and then explode his channel into 150,000 followers in one channel and another 100, almost
Wow.
100.
That's impressive.
Gigantic. And he's out of Seattle, and he's called Marfugal News. So they've done a lot for our channel. He's shouted out our channel several times on Ranger Rob Country Living, and he's just exploded my followers. And every once in a while, somebody goes, "Oh, Rob, you're part of Fugal family. You should know better than that," or something. Anyway, so they call him. His nickname is Marf. But his real name's Adam. Really nice guy. If you want to have a really enjoyable show, go check out Marfugal News. It's definitely, and they support each other really well, just like Lindsay is doing for us right
Aww. Lindsay, that's really sweet.
And then the other thing
Lindsay.
is, we have to be careful now. Marfugal has the same problem. We have to be careful what we do on the internet. We got to watch what we do with the wording and stuff, and of course the subject matter. There's more to these slides coming up, but there'll be
I
a
hope
couple
so.
surprises. But we have to be careful. And so if we want a show that's going to last a long time, we got to stay in that safe area. So, but we can still, there's a lot we can get out of these slides. Let's see. Any water skiers, by the way?
Oh, tie downs. Oh yeah. I don't know what those are. What are
this
those?
is for boating.
Yeah. I see a bungee cord.
Yeah, this is boating. This is what you use for.
That's the floating buoy right there. The red floating
That's
buoy.
right.
Little
Yeah,
buoy.
so your motorboat doesn't
Little
go
buoy.
carry
Those
away.
are your
Yeah.
handheld thingy-bobbers.
That's right.
And you got the whip to beat off the seals if they come up to the
Yeah.
boat.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
it matches my red room.
And Rob. And Rob.
Yeah.
I lost my sock.
Did you? How unfortunate.
I got to get my sock back on. Sock's back.
boy.
Oh, there I am.
It's really funny. I can imagine forgetting this in here, and my wife coming in here before she goes to bed one night going, "Hey, I left. What the fuck are you doing with my sock?" Yeah. Just my luck. I would forget that it's in here.
This is for John. This
Yeah.
this is
Used to
John
be.
Smith Incorporated.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
That was my previous life.
That's my current life.
Why is it previous?
I sold my Harley.
Why?
That's a great question, but I just don't ride. I haven't ridden in 2.5 years since I went to Sturgis last time, and it was just
That's what
parked in
she
my
said.
garage.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Horrible.
But did she?
I had a lot of toys like that too in my garage, and when the kids got born and all that stuff, the little 4-wheeler sat in the garage more, and the little Honda 110s we had for going on little hunting trips and stuff, those sat in the garage for. It's like,
Yeah.
I think I better sell this stuff. So yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's good memories.
I'm gonna have to show you my hog, John. I got a hog. It goes about 12 miles an hour.
You'll have to wait till the
Huffy
show's
Davidson?
over. I don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want you showing your hog on the TV.
I want to show my hog. Yeah.
Gorgeous
That
George
what they're
didn't know
calling
you
it
had a
these
Huffy
days?
Davidson.
So some of you guys may not know, and I know I'm gonna hear about this one too. But I used to own a chain of kite stores. I own Cutting Edge Kites. I had one in Kent, Ocean Shores, and 2 other cities, one in Everett and one in Bellingham. So
Aw.
I used to sell kites, and then we also had a kite team that traveled all over the Northwest competing with other kite teams. And so Sherry, one of our adult toys was flying stunt kites and doing competitions with them. So this was something we did for years, and it just brings back great memories. But anyway, yeah, kite flying is a really good thing to do. We
I have a good kite story.
go for it.
Do tell.
All right. So my family, we were with my father-in-law, mother-in-law, and my whole family, my kids, everybody, in, I believe it was Myrtle Beach. And there's always a wind coming in on the beach, right? So we put this really cool, it looked like a twin biplane, this kite. It was the coolest thing. It was probably 10 feet wide. It was huge.
Sweet.
And we put it up in the air, and it just flew because of the wind. So I tied it to a stake because it was time to eat lunch, and I pounded it into the sand. And that thing was I watched it for like 5 minutes, and it just stayed right there. Well, then I went in for lunch. In about a half an hour, some guy came up pounding on the door, demanding to know who owned the unmanned kite. Because apparently it decided to dive bomb and hit his wife in the back of the head.
Oh my God.
And she spilled her bottle of wine onto some book she was reading.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's
Not
what he told me to
good.
get a sippy cup.
I can't believe she spilled the wine.
I know.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
what were we thinking?
So,
Yeah.
The
factual
nerve of
story.
some people.
John,
Now,
how's the kite?
Just imagine this naked couples
kite
out
story.
and whatever, getting doing a little photography for the family.
I got to tell you, for Stephanie's birthday, I wanted to do a male, what is it called? Boudoir?
Bourgeois.
Yeah, where I wear like nothing but an apron and stand in front of a grill. I don't know how to cook, but just to try to be cute and sexy and get her a calendar of like dad bod photos.
Oh,
I don't
my
know if they could
Great
document.
idea.
I
And
don't
then
think
nobody would print them, right?
As long as the grill's not on,
Yeah, right.
that could get ugly.
I'll just send her a picture once a month.
Chandra, wasn't it the glamour shots that the ladies would go into the mall and
Yeah.
Yeah,
all their hair combed forward and
Yeah. Like with big hair and a lot
Yeah.
of makeup.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
filters.
Oh, was that the trick? They had
Oh,
filters.
puppet!
Oh,
now there's adult toys.
yeah. Look at that, Ranger Rob.
That's right.
Wow.
That's what we got for toys here.
you gonna show that, and here we are with fucking socks.
Yeah. It's
You guys,
humbling.
you guys don't give me much of a budget. Any puzzle
It's
lovers here?
reciprocal.
This is actually something my wife loves.
No, you know what? I got to tell you, we did a puzzle the other day, and the puzzle was why do we start the dryer twice and it's still not finished?
And I'm back.
That was puzzling. That was
You
very
gotta clean the
puzzling.
lint
I
out
bet you
of
were
the thing.
puzzled.
Well, that's
My
actually where I
husband-
got this sock from, the lint collector.
So
Where
my
does the
husband
sock
loves
go? Where does the extra sock
to
go?
do puzzles, and he actually doesn't have me show him the picture on the puzzle, and I just open it up and throw it on the table, and he'll do it without ever. And they're like 1,000 pieces, 1,500 pieces, no picture.
Wow, that's a talent there. That's
yeah,
hard to
he's
do.
insane that way.
Wow.
But we'll keep him.
Sure,
Same way I
sure
feel
you've got to
about
see
like-
the
Pretty
picture.
amazing.
Yeah,
Any fishermen in the group or women? People?
I feed fish worms. Does that count?
Why
Is
not?
there a hook attached?
No, I just usually take the worms out of the container and throw them to the fish. You do
Not
not
gonna-
want to take me fishing.
Not
with
going
you.
to catch a lot of fish that way.
Yeah, but it's
You'll catch more grief than you will fish.
That's right.
I have.
and not from the fish.
Many a fisherman has come back to say, "Where are the worms?" I'm like, gone.
They were hungry.
Do we have
That's
skier? Do we have skiers here?
I used to ski when I was young and in shape.
You too.
John, round is a shape. You're good.
So,
Yeah.
I'm afraid of getting hurt now. That's
Yeah.
another reason I got rid of the bike. I'm
Exactly.
just afraid of getting hurt.
I'm a
Exactly.
double black
Exactly.
diamond skier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, were you a skier or a boarder?
I was a
something-
skier.
Yeah,
Here's a little bit safer.
I'm a skier.
Shoppers.
100% right there.
Big
Courtney
shoppers
was
in
a
the group?
boarder.
There is nothing safe about a bunch of females with shopping bags.
No.
Not to the credit
No.
card.
What's in the shopping bags? That's what you got to look for.
Yeah.
know.
They probably just got out of
Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret. Yeah.
Mm.
Not with those bags.
Wrong bags.
That's right.
Very true. Yes.
Need pink and black.
Well, those
Yeah.
bags could be because they're trying to keep it discreet.
Mm-hmm. Like adults.
Uh-huh.
I was a Jeep owner.
I thought I remember one of you guys saying you were.
Yeah.
I had a Jeep.
was.
I had a Jeep.
I
Yeah.
had a Jeep. Yep.
I never
I
had a Jeep.
loved my Jeep.
I always got real trucks.
Oh, it's because you didn't know how to have fun in a Jeep.
I think that's it, guys.
Yeah.
Well, that was entertaining.
Disappointing? What?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Exactly what I said. Yeah. Entertaining.
So, how are we supposed to have a quality relationship with all those adult toys?
Well, that's the point of the show. So, as we a lot of us have gotten older and stuff, and then I started going through all that stuff. I was feeling funny. I was feeling I kind of different feelings going through my head. One was a little bit of embarrassment. Two, it seems so phony.
What part seemed phony?
I want to know what part made you embarrassed.
When you get older, supposedly if you've been with your partner long enough, you don't need all those toys anymore. You understand each other better. That makes sense?
What if it was the opposite?
You mean the opposite?
What if you needed them more because you did understand them better?
Then you probably need to work on your relationship.
I would
wow, that sounded a little judgmental, Grunchy.
Wow, that was
wow.
Yeah, I disagree with you on that one.
Okay, that's fair
I'm
enough.
just throwing out the devil's advocate, because Bambi's here to
and not to
talk.
mention the algorithms and the problems with YouTube. I thought we'd stay in safe grounds, but it does bring up the point of is at least when I was looking at those and it was like, oh, I should put that one up there. And I'm going, because they had butt plugs and dolls and all these
easy.
things.
Wow, you even said it, butt plugs.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, it's not like I don't know what this stuff is.
Say that on air?
The thing is like at this age, it's kind of like.
Okay, but here's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Were you really embarrassed about it? What was so embarrassing about it? The fact of, oh my God, people do that? Or was it, I'm embarrassed that we haven't tried it?
Was it
and
the
that's a very
shape?
serious question.
No, I wasn't embarrassed about the non-trying things. I mean, whatever was available 30 years ago, we checked some of that stuff out. But as we get older, it's like it's so much more than that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's more socially acceptable for women to be like, "Oh, I got this new dildo," or "I got this new vibrator," but it's gonna be really weird when George is like, "Did I tell you about my fleshlight?" You're like, "No, no, don't want to hear it." And
the generational, like for example, when I wish Flynn was on this show because she would talk about anything, and her generation does. I mean, this kind of stuff is more out there, more. It's about feelings, about what pleases me, and all these kind of things. Where we grew up in a generation where it's kind of like a little bit sacred, and
right.
We didn't talk about it that much, and so I probably had that kind of going through my head too. Like this.
Well, you don't talk about it, but does that mean that you? It doesn't mean that you wouldn't be interested in it. It just means you wouldn't talk about it.
Right.
So while you might hear of something, you might be willing to try, your initial reaction is going to be no.
I think Rob's point was it was sacred. What happened between you and your wife was your business, and you kept that private. And now everybody, these younger generations, just love to put it out there and talk about this stuff. And I don't see marriages lasting any longer than they did my generation. I don't see their relationships any better. So for whatever reason, the fact that they're putting all this stuff out there, the feeling is almost as though they have to, it's not impacting the relationships in a positive way overall.
I mean, do you think the younger generation is trying to live their life like a reality show in some regard? Like,
100%.
Yeah. And I totally agree with Rob because in my family, we didn't talk about sensitive stuff at all, whether it was intimacy or any other things. And so, yeah, I understand his discomfort going through the pictures. Because unfortunately, I think some of that repressed the way you don't talk about, this is not to be public consumption. I mean, you can escape that, but I certainly couldn't. I still feel like, this is not the kind of thing we talk about.
Yeah.
When did the generational gotta have the talk thing start then? Because I feel like that's been around all my life.
Yeah.
Meaning somebody had to talk to you about it because
I
it
think
was
that's a
talked about
little
in school.
different.
Well,
Yeah,
it was talked
Yeah.
about in
parental
schools for me, and then
Yeah,
it
like
was removed from schools.
Well, I know, like, in our household growing up, you had to have the talk, but you didn't talk about the privacy of what you did,
Yeah.
So, and I
No,
don't
it was
find
more
like,
of the repercussions of.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was more like,
was-
if you don't
Yeah,
do
you
this, then this.
kind of figured out where the pencil went into the pencil sharpener. So
Yeah.
I mean, you
The pencil.
kind of get it, all right?
Yeah, we learned the biology of each gender.
Yeah.
And I'll say gender. Okay, there's only 2, by the way.
Yep.
I don't care what anybody says. You can
Yeah.
be pissed at me all you want. There's 2 freaking genders. Let's not be stupid. Second of all, we learned about that, and then we learned about the repercussions of what would happen because the ladies, I mean, you just couldn't go out and buy a morning after pill, and you just couldn't, you couldn't go at 14 years old and get an abortion. That was all frowned upon.
Right.
And
Oh crap! Even finding somebody that would do one back when I was that age, I mean, that would have been virtually impossible.
yeah,
Well, and not only pregnancy, STDs. I mean,
right, there you go.
HIV is a chronic condition now. It is not even, people are surviving it and living their whole lives through it.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's harder to treat gonorrhea right now than it is HIV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. Like, when you grow up and like for like HIV, you never heard of that. It could have been around a lot longer, but we never heard of it till like 1982.
Yeah,
Rob-
1980s.
Yeah.
80.
So it's like, so how
Early
did we
80s.
live the other couple of thousand years before that came along? I was
We
like,
used to have morals
Just
in
like
this
the
country.
people will say that about the coronavirus. How did all those people live before the coronavirus?
Yeah.
Things happen and we're evolutionary.
Damn monkeys. It's the damn monkeys.
Don't blame the monkeys.
that's a
The
monkey.
monkeys.
Dumb monkeys.
The damn monkeys.
But we used to have a moral code, in this country, and people used to follow it. And somewhere along the line, morality went right out the window. I don't know what caused that to happen, but I have my theories and stuff, and timetables and stuff like that. But what was considered sacred, to use Rob's word, it just doesn't exist anymore. People want to be on YouTube. They want to be famous. They want to live the life of the Kardashians, the rappers, and all the pop artists and pop stars and all that type of stuff. And they're just willing to sell out their morality for a couple clicks. And that's.
But I also think it's hard because a lot of moral leaders or people we thought or watched or emulated as moral leaders turned out to be amoral.
Right.
So then you're
I would agree with that.
Like looking, I'm not talking about, but like, oh God, how many of
How
these
about if we go with Jim
out of
Baker?
prostitute hotel rooms and stuff, and these were
Jimmy
moral
Swaggart.
leaders. And so I think that
Because
it's
we weren't, it wasn't taught properly because it was the moral life that we should have been living to instead of worshiping the person that was giving the message. And that's what
That's right.
Yeah. It's like,
Honor the teachings, not the teacher.
I tell you, one
Right.
thing that shocks the heck out of me is like, I took it off for a while and then I put it back on because I noticed people saying that they're advertising products and stuff on TikTok. So I put it back on again thinking, but it hasn't changed at all. And if you ever looked at TikTok and seen what some of the kids are doing on there,
It's insane.
And
Absolutely.
when
It's
I look
horrible.
at it, I go, that could be my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm not
my
okay with TikTok.
If my
at all.
daughter was doing that,
No,
oh my gosh.
I've
It's
never
like,
seen TikTok.
I've never ever. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff that's on TikTok. It's horrible.
I don't know.
Well,
it's
I get asked, like, with my other business, if I would ever, do videos on TikTok and stuff like that. I was like, absolutely not. The format doesn't have anything that resonates with me. And I do like the idea of being able to have freedom of speech. But there is a place where when you put something out there over and over again, you desensitize people to the value of either themselves or what they can obtain. And I just think it's a really bad idea.
Yeah.
You know, it's like violent graphics on video games.
I was just watching TikTok, and there's a couple will come up with, character costumes or weird makeups, and I'm going, is this some kind of new fad? And apparently they are.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people who do costume play and stuff.
I know, and I'm going, or furries and all those things, and so that's a show I'd love to talk about because I love to tell my furry story. But not about me, by the way.
Every time you open your mouth, sir.
Hey, have you not heard of a furry?
I know what it is, but the fact that Ranger Rob said the word, I have to tell you about my furry story.
I don't even know what a furry is.
I am intrigued and I am terrified at the same time.
Things where we had to get together and someone showed up as a furry.
What's a furry?
I don't know what a furry is.
As an animal type of.
I would highly recommend it. It's a role
Jayce,
play.
do you have a furry?
No, the sock, does that count?
Is a furry a Furby?
It could be a furry.
Not a Furby,
Wait.
a furry.
Not a
It's
Furby.
someone who dresses up as an animal that they like, and they live that animal life.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you mean like the lady that is like isn't she, maybe she's like in charge of one of the big social media companies. She thinks she's a deer.
What?
That
be.
is a furry.
That would be a furry, kind
That's a
of.
Are
furry.
you guys?
Yeah, we used to call that mentally insane.
Are you guys
It is
joking?
mental
I am
insane.
not
No.
joking. It's a
Or
very
You guys are joking, right?
No.
there's
or
there's
people
They
will
have
furry-
dress up. People
there's
will
furry
dress up as
convention.
animals and perform coitus
Yeah.
with these heads on or in full costume.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
real
called
thing.
mental illness. That's not
Yeah.
even.
That's
Yeah.
not even acceptable in any
No.
world.
You need to get out more, Chandra.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I do. I
But
think
I
it's
know what a
really
furry
fun.
is.
This weekend in Vegas, you could probably check it out.
Oh my
wouldn't
god.
Bambi's staying in. She's not going anywhere. Like, oh no. That is
I find it
fucking
ironic that your name is Bambi.
scary. Do you like that?
Bet you're regretting that choice now.
Hey, Chandra, prance around like a deer.
Oh boy.
No,
Oh my goodness.
absolutely not.
Yeah. We don't want to be
my
twerking.
God.
We only let Flynn do that. Flynn's
I think
our-
I need a cocktail, and I don't drink very often, but I'm going to start right now.
so yeah, because
Oh
when you
my
get
God.
off the
I
when you get
support
off
that
the show,
decision.
you need to get on Google and type in furry or living like a furry.
I wouldn't do that.
Actually,
Rob, when this person showed up to your house, did you know they were a furry?
Well, we knew
they
that
came to
they
your
were.
house.
Her two older sons, one was a furry, and she warned my sister at Thanksgiving. This was at Thanksgiving.
Oh,
They're coming,
Oh, my
and her 24-year-old was a furry, and he says, "Would it be all right if he just showed?" He wants to show the head and stuff to everybody. He thinks it's that cool, you know. And I think Tracy says, "Well, sure, you can do that." She did not think that he would actually be wearing the mitten things and wearing the tail all
What
night.
the hell?
yeah.
And it was all we could do to keep him from putting more on.
What
And-
did he?
And he tried to eat dinner with the little.
What kind of
And how
head was it? What was
He
he?
was a fox.
He was a fox.
Yep.
Oh god.
Oh my
And
gosh!
We're trying to be serious through Thanksgiving without, like, this is the stupidest damn thing I have ever seen. And
And was he
even
like 3 or 4?
he was like
like-
24-year-old.
24.
24.
Oh, because like my kids would oftentimes want to dress up in princess costumes.
That's
like,
a
we
little
can't-
different.
Sorry,
Get him
I'm
out of a
sorry.
princess
I would have to just tear him apart and say, "What the hell do you think you're doing, boy?"
Yeah.
It was a
I
weird.
would tear him up. Yeah, he had to have been weird.
And see, that's
Terry
the
and I-
problem. In society we have now, everybody's like, "Oh, he's just experimenting. Oh, he's
Right,
you know,
exactly. Oh yeah.
he's just trying to find himself." No, he's freaking crazy. Get him help. Okay.
I
Get
put
him
you in a hell of a
Holy
spot.
smoke!
Tracy, I wish she was on this show. Tracy had to
How can I help you?
find a way to balance the thing, because she had her mom and dad there, and we're a little bit like, what the hell is this? And at the same time, it's like the parent, you want to just like, what are you?
Wow.
Where's the common sense? There's a right time and wrong. If you want to be a furry all you want, but not at Thanksgiving.
Well, that's like coming in your dominatrix outfit to church. You just don't do it.
I know.
Leave that at home.
Today's society, there is that line's gone.
Yeah, it is.
They expect you accept me as I am, no matter what. And,
we become the crazy people.
That's very interesting, though, because I just had a talk with a client about that today when I was doing a phone session. And they were saying about things, and I said, pardon?
Is he a furry?
No, although I did have a client whose son believed he was a cat, but he was a little boy. Okay, that was a whole different story. But no, we were talking about boundaries. And somebody said, well, what do you do with that? And I said, if it is in your home, you have the right to request anything you want. Like, I tell my children that if they don't like the way the other kids are running around, if it's in your house, you don't like kids running around, tell them, stop running. At my house, elbows don't go on the table. It's pretty simple. There's set protocol. I'm not being mean to your child. I have rules and standards in my house that this is the way we roll. You don't like it, you don't have to come here. Your furry costume isn't coming to my dinner table.
Hit the road.
At the table look like humans. So please act.
Hey Rob, what did you feed her? Feed the fox a dead mouse or what?
Yeah.
No, but it was really funny trying to watch them drink milk.
I would have given him water and a dead mouse.
Gotta hold his milk like this.
If you're a fox, you're going to be eating a water and a dead mouse.
Yeah.
I would have put him in a cage. I would have put him in a cage and took him out into the damn woods and let him go. That's what I would have done.
I would have just said, I need a new skull.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's so
I think
hilarious.
we got a good follow-up subject for next week where
gosh,
between like furries and then Comic-Con kind of people that really are.
Hey, be careful though. You don't want to insult the furries.
Hey, listen. If I show up in a dress next week, you guys made promises.
You're going to be a furry, Jayce.
You guys made promises.
He's gonna wear.
And we weren't going to bust you for everything hanging out.
Nope, that I was getting $20 a head.
$20 a head. That's right. Oh yeah.
You're going to give head for $5?
I don't think I.
That's horrible.
Now my point on this whole thing on the subject, which goes into a lot of them, and I know I'm going to hit probably get some comments about this, but
I got to roll. I'm sorry.
Yep, you got a show to do.
Yeah, you guys. Thank you so much.
John.
Yep. Guys, don't forget John's show.
Say goodbye with your alter ego.
On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
That's right. Thank you very much, Rob.
Oh, bye.
Talk to you later.
Take care now. Bye.
I love his voice. Hi.
So next week would be interesting to talk about. One is the furries, and hopefully by then Chandra will know what one is. But this is all these new social things going on. So we all agreed. I mean, we're all know about gays and lesbians and stuff, and that's been around for a long time. It's just getting more in the open, and it's not necessarily that anybody's not doesn't believe in diversity, because we all believe what you do at home, what you do in private, whatever, you're cool. It's when it's getting pressed into our society, what they call this inclusiveness stuff, where I think a lot of us don't know where does the boundary stop. Do lesbians make out in the middle of public? Well, do straight people all the time? Not all of them. I mean, when's appropriate and when's not appropriate? And I think the subject isn't whether or not people do these things, and if it's at home and it's not hurting me, that's their business. I don't have a problem with it. It's when it infringes in your own space that gets kind of interesting. And I'm sure there's a lot of interesting stories to go with that, where some of us have been put in a position where we felt like, now I'm uncomfortable, but I have no problem that someone's this or someone's that.
This is going to be a conversation for next week. Did I hear that right?
I think so. I think it's kind of food for thought. But also there's folks like if you watch TikTok, there's the ones that are I don't know exactly what they call themselves. There's the ones that do kind of fairy tale outfit kind of I don't know what.
Is it like
What is-
cosplay?
what
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
cosplay. Cosplay.
Okay. And then you'll see some that are just in it has to do with makeup.
Yeah.
And then another one will be like a fairy tale princess kind of funny. I mean, I've seen all these different characters on TikTok. Not all of them I understand, but at least now I know what they are. I mean, so maybe I'm grateful to TikTok that I'm saying, okay, that exists. I guess I wouldn't have found out any other way. So I better not to find out than be surprised, I guess.
I thought Dungeons and Dragons was weird, but oh my gosh, that's insane.
Yeah, it's a different
Absolutely
world.
We're so old
insane.
school.
But I think I think next week's show would be crossing the line type thing. Where
Boundaries. I'll think.
Yes.
Boundaries. Yeah.
I'm assuming boundaries.
Yes.
yeah, but
He's
I
where's,
mean,
you know,
only imagine, George, if somebody came to our house or my house or your house
Right.
with all of our friends as a furry,
yeah, what are you gonna
they
do?
would be destroyed.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my
Right.
gosh. Like, like I said, if I would have been in the room there with that furry that you guys had at Thanksgiving, I would have not stopped. I would have been on him constantly, just going, what the hell? I would have been doing it in a kidding way until he felt like he was totally ready to leave.
It was
Because I
actually-
would have definitely made
It
him
was
so
actually
embarrassed.
harder than that because first of all, it was
Yeah.
the child of a friend of Tracy's.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then at the same time, I'm a guest at Tracy's house.
Right.
Right.
And of course, Tracy's like, this is not what I expected. She
Tracy would kick me out because I would have definitely embarrassed that kid and send him crying out the door.
I zipped up. I didn't say a word, but as soon as they left, boy, she was like, "What the hell was that, Tracy?" I couldn't help but stare at the guy. And then the other thing is, Tracy's kids, which are teenagers, they're not as old as he was,
Right.
had to deal with that on their level with him, and they're actually harsher on him than the adults were.
Right.
And,
Oh, I'm sure.
But
Oh my gosh. But yeah,
that's
in Lynn's
crossing the
house.
line.
In Lynn's house, yeah, we would have ate his lunch.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, Travis and your husband.
They would have
Oh
been
my gosh, it would have been hilarious.
I think I probably, to be very honest, probably would have treated him like he had a mental illness. And so,
Yep.
I probably
thought
would not
so.
have said a whole lot because I would have assumed, just me being me and me doing what I do for work, I would have assumed that maybe not all cylinders were clicking and let's not make fun. And,
I'm sorry, man. I would have been able to help
But I
myself. I would have had to
guarantee-
poke fun.
That was actually kind of some of the criteria too.
yeah.
Did you
like
give him a
my-
card? Did you give him
our
a card? Would you
family.
give him a card, Chandra? Would you give him a card saying,
I
you need to come see me, son. You got some issues.
probably
You
had-
got some issues, boy.
I might have asked him if he needed someone who could listen to him. Maybe we
Yeah,
should
but,
have.
He wasn't this
Oh,
person
my
wasn't
God,
interested in
I've
being
been a
listened
fox.
to. He just wanted to be
That's all I
seen.
want to be.
That's right.
I wanted to be a fox my entire life, and now I'm a fox.
And
love
we
it.
talk about where that's been.
Okay, kids.
And I have been a fox my whole entire life.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You are. You're
I'm a
both
hunt, burn, and
foxes.
love. So what the heck? So, all right, guys, we got to wrap this show up. Guys, I want to thank you for your bearing with me that I didn't gross you out with a bunch of adult pictures.
They were horrible.
Thank
Horrible.
you.
Hey, I'll do better next time.
Yeah, I hope so.
Jason's all disappointed.
Yeah.
Jason's so
No, he
bored.
was ready.
Next show is my show.
I'll let you bring the slides and we can blame
Yeah,
it on
you
you.
go.
All
20
right, guys,
bucks.
have a great day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next
Thank
time,
you.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.